I was on my way to the laboratories of the Auradepts when Admiral Wahim caught me by surprise in the main corridor.
Your attitude is unacceptable, Xerxes. In 3 days, the demon hordes will fall upon Aventuria. If my army is destroyed, then it'll be your ignorance which brought us down.
Oh, Admiral, I know, but you exaggerate. We're simple elementalists. We've withdrawn to these halls because the concerns of the world weary us. We're not warriors.
You command the elements. You could set whirlwinds upon the enemy hordes with your spirits, or an infernal firestorm. Keshalri itself attests to your power.
Floating stones are one thing. War is another. You'll have to fight your little skirmish alone.
I repeated my words of the day before, emphasized that we didn't see a threat to the balance of the spheres, and even permitted myself a small, sophisticated pun on the military zeal of our times, which, to my disappointment, went over his head. And then the spirits at the gate suddenly opened the portal.
Are you expecting someone?
No.
Welcome to the Council of the Elements. How, can I help you?
Is this Draconia?
Yes, the Council of the Elements in Draconia. You require the services of an elementalist?
My name is Sadia. I come from Fazar.
Fazar?
A long way. Did you come the whole way on foot?
Yes. I'm here to join the Holy Army. I want to fight in the Gore.
I'm afraid I have nothing to do with that.
Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What can you do? Can you fight? Use magic?
I'm looking for a prince. I'm supposed to give him this mask.
Xerxes, take her to the prince.
But I'd rather...
At once.
If you'd follow me... I must admit we are a bit, how shall I put it, surprised by your arrival. Not many people stray here. To be honest, it's also a blessing for me. The Admiral is beginning to get on my nerves. Did you know that Draconia was built by dragons? All the wonders of this world in one place. And behind every passageway lies a new surprise. And that man wants us to drop everything and fight in his ridiculous little war. Can you imagine it? May I ask what's so special about this mask?
It once belonged to a powerful Mogul mage.
Ah, the Moguls. Unpleasant fellows. Fortunately, they are from another age than ours. Ah, time. Isn't time an astonishing thing? At first glance, everything in Draconia seems so gigantic, and we seem so small. But that is nothing in comparison to the monumental size of the time which slumbers in these halls. According to our understanding, this is the oldest structure in Aventuria, almost as old as time itself. I hope you have healthy lungs. This stairway is horrible. And here's another ancient wonder that leaves us absolutely awestruck. A star system, but fascinatingly not our own. Who built it? And why? Does it show the past or a distant future? I propose that it shows both. And another staircase. Ah, the zucchini. I love zucchini.
Why is Draconia so empty? I thought you were about to go to war. Where's the army?
Wrong. We, that is the Council, have decided to stay out of this war. We're being pressured to change our minds, but as long as the balance of the spheres isn't disturbed, we see no reason to do so.
Blast it. Does that mean there's no army here?
Yes, there is. Over there. The Flying Fortress Keshalri. A masterpiece of elemental air magic. Do you have any more questions before I take you to the prince?
Who is the prince?
The fortress is carried by hundreds upon hundreds of air spirits bound in special crystals, so-called floating stones. The prince is a master of domination magic. He ensures that the spirits remain in the stones and do what is asked of them.
But why a prince?
As Admiral Vahim always puts it so nicely, in times like these, one takes what one can get.
The Holy Army is in the fortress?
Yes, an entire army of clerics. A second army is currently marching from Zorgan to Gore. In 3 days, the two forces will meet right before the plateau and enter the battle together. All that effort just to die. Tragic.
What's wrong with your legs?
I was born with very weak legs. So weak that they didn't grow with the rest of my body. Since then, an air spirit has carried me through life.
Take me to the fortress. I must see this prince.
And once again, you draw hasty, false conclusions. The prince is no longer in the fortress, but rather here, in this hole. Take my hand. Right, there we are. I lured you into a pretty trap, eh? Yes, the prince is a prisoner, and yes, you played into his hands. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
What did he do?
He tampered with the floating stones of the Flying Fortress. He is evil, and thus we've taken him prisoner. You don't know anything about this?
This room is a prison?
Draconia has no dungeon, so we had to do a bit of thinking. We're directly above the sphere's observatory here. The magic of the observatory keeps the matrix of this room stable, which makes it impossible to do magic here. You understand the principle?
No.
Well, it's really quite simple.
What does the prince want with the mask?
Who knows? I didn't even know until now that such an artifact existed.
Let me go. I brought the mask here under a misunderstanding. I'm innocent.
I know. On the way up here, I cast a few spells on you. I know that you mean no evil.
Well, then.
Before I let you go, give me the mask, your staff, and the dagger. It can be no other way. Now, all that's missing is the staff and the mask. And now the mask. I'll be right back.
Whoever you are, thank you for bringing it here.
Had I known you were behind this, I would have thought twice about it. Hello, Kasim. It's me, Sadia.
Sadia? Sadia! How long has it been?
Since you had me thrown out of the palace, long enough to leave those times behind me.
As if anything has changed since then. I'm still the sole heir of the Mogul dynasty. And you're nothing.
That's where you're mistaken. I'll go into battle against the demon hordes, and I will triumph. All of Avestan will know my name, and everyone will fall to their knees before me in awe.
You really believe that? You can't change who you are, Sadia. You'll always be the same person you always were. Second class. Insignificant. My name, on the other hand, my name will be immortal.
Take my hand. I'll take you to a more comfortable place.
How do you think they knew each other?
He is a prince, she's a princess. Maybe they're siblings. What I find much more puzzling is how the maid knew about their conversation. He wasn't there, and yet it's written in his journal.
Keep reading.
I took the woman to her chambers. It was obvious that she knew the prince, yet I still couldn't find any malevolence in her. In order to keep an eye on her, I commanded one of my invisible air spirits to continue watching her. Aha!
I'll leave you alone now. Get some rest. You'll need your strength tomorrow when we send you home.
I didn't come here only to be sent back.
You were the instrument of a traitor. I doubt Admiral Vahim's going to welcome such a person to his fortress.
Let me talk to him.
There's water on the table. I'll have fresh vegetables brought to you soon. We'll meet again at dawn. Good night.
If you won't talk to the Admiral, then I'll do it myself.
And please stay in your room.
No! It feels like wax. I must join the battle. Let me talk to the Admiral.
I'm truly sorry, but no. And now, please go back and sleep.
The leaves are swaying in the wind, but there's no wind here. Hey, you're an air spirit, aren't you? Let's play. Let's play hide and seek. We'll both hide from the mages. What shall we do? They would find us right away in this room.
Is that her?
Yes, but what is she doing here?
Admiral?
I thought the evil mage had locked you up in his tower.
Yes, but I jumped out of the window.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Eh, Wahim?
Take me with you to the battle. I won't disappoint you.
And she has courage.
Yes, but no weapon. Besides, she almost played into Kasim's hands. I think it's too risky.
I didn't know about the prince's plan.
I heard, but how do I know that you won't unknowingly aid him again? As long as we don't know his plans, I won't take any further risks.
You want to learn the prince's plans? Then let me see him.
Out of the question. That could be exactly what he wants. Stay away from that bastard.
What sort of weapon do I need in order to come with you?
We're fighting against demons, so something blessed would be good. Bring me some kind of weapon and my companion will take care of the blessing. He is a Deont.
Diont would be more like it.
Ariakos, please.
What do you know about the battle?
It is said that the demon lord Borbarad is planning an invasion of the damned in the Gorian desert, and Rohal the Wise will oppose him. Rohal's troops have been preparing for the big day for months in Zorgan. Meanwhile, more and more demon scum are forcing their way out of Borbarad's portal into the Gorian desert.
A lot of effort for a slaughter that will only last a few hours.
However it may end, it will change Aventuria forever.
Why a flying fortress?
No matter what, we must prevent the plague of demons from spreading. That's why we're carrying the battle directly to Borberad's door. No living thing has ever faced so many creatures from the nether hells as we will in 3 days' time.
You should know, demons are tough, nearly invincible.
One must lure them onto sacred ground in order to defeat them. And since we can't do that, we'll bring the sacred ground to them. Keishalri is a monumental floating temple built to carry the light of the gods into the middle of the armies of darkness.
What will it be like to fight against demons?
Horrible. There's nothing more terrible than being exposed to the madness of such a creature.
They don't act or think as we do. Their bodies are not made of flesh and blood, and they're almost invulnerable to common magic.
How does one kill something like that?
With blessed weapons, a lot of luck, courage,
and a gigantic flying fortress.
Why are you anchored outside Draconia?
The air elementalists helped us build Keishalri. We had hoped they would continue to support us.
But they're only interested in elements and the harmonies of the spheres, not in politics, no matter how bloody.
The Council will merely send a group of observers on board, but no more than that.
Good. Then there'll be someone who can tell the world about me.
That would be much too selfless for that bunch.
The elementalists have long planned to withdraw from the fate of the world. They expect that the battle will make this decision easier for them.
In other words, they hope it'll be so disgustingly bloody that they'll never have to leave their little ivory tower again.
If that ivory tower still exists at that point.
I'll be back soon. The horns can be turned. What is that? It sounds like a whisper. The whisper is getting louder.
You must find the garden. The name is in the garden, and without the name, the mask is worthless.
I know, but where shall I begin? No one here knows where it is, let alone whether it even exists.
It does exist, but to find it, you need the mask. I'm so close. While the most powerful men in Avestan smash heads in the Gorian desert, I'll restore the realm of my fathers, and there will be no one left to stand in my way.
Is this the same garden the staff spoke of? What is Kasim planning? And now, where shall I put it? I eavesdropped on the prince. He's looking for some garden. He wants to use it to seize power after the battle.
Surely not the Garden of Oblivion.
You know something about it?
Well, yes. It's just a legend, but they say there's a hidden cave somewhere in the Rashtulian wall, near the volcano Rashtul Kancharot. The cave bears the name the Garden of Oblivion. because everything that takes place there is forgotten by time itself, whatever that means.
Does the legend also mention a mask?
Yes, there was something about that, but I'd have to do some research to be sure.
That doesn't sound like something I need to concern myself with. If Kasim's attention is really on a cave in the Rashtulian wall and not on the battle, then he's no longer my problem, so we can safely turn our attention towards our actual goal.
The Garden of Oblivion? Have you ever heard of that?
No, never. But this story gets stranger from page to page. I may be mistaken, but something about this garden feels wrong. I can't say what just yet.
Keep reading.
Admiral Wahim turned a deaf ear to every warning, but I felt the danger emanating from this garden. The girl, on the other hand, had tasted blood. I think she imagined the garden was something that could help her achieve her ambitions, only she didn't know precisely how.
Bless this weapon for me.
A simple dagger.
I'm fast and agile with it. It has done me loyal service.
That's enough for me. However, the blessing will take some time. Pick it up from me later.
Well, are you taking me with you or not?
I don't know what you think, Wahim, but I like her.
All right then. We set sail at dawn. Rest until then. The cots in Keishalri are far less comfortable than those here. You've come just in time, Xerxes. The girl has just joined our army, which, in my eyes, makes her a good bit more sensible than your entire council.
All right. If you vouch for her, as long as she doesn't hurl us all into disaster, I don't care.
He didn't like that at all.
Quite right. Well, back to the fortress for me. Here's to a glorious battle, you two.
I'm going to look round the library a bit. The talk of this Garden of Oblivion has made me curious.